Yes, we get compensated by doing the right stuff, to deliver the right product to the right people.
Right.
We get compensated.
Yeah.
And of course that you do what you want to do, your goals, whatever it is. And by the way, if it's a car, it's a car.
Right.
But the key is that you have to have something that you aim for.
We're going to talk about straight into sales, so all my sales professionals can, get some nuggets, some golden nuggets from our special guests. And without further ado, I want to introduce my guest today, sales guru, I want to say, sales professional. Over 20,000 sales professionals have been trained by this amazing gentleman in the timeshare world, in the real estate world. And we're happy to actually be working hand in hand with him here at the G1 Nexus over here in our offices. And an amazing person. But without further ado, introducing here Mr. Joel Pinero.
Yes.
Straight. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, fantastic, awesome, blessed.
Blessed. And I happened to catch him here because he's only here for a day or two doing a boot camp training here for some of our agents.
That's correct.
And I just grabbed him in the hall and say, "You want to do a podcast?" And
Let's
he said,
do
yes.
it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Awesome, brother. Well, how have you been?
I'm doing great. I just came in last night. I'm leaving tomorrow, but it's all good. Training some people, that's what we do.
Excellent. So let's go straight into sales. I want to get down to like just the meat and potatoes of maybe the subject here today of our podcast. But I want to talk about sales. So let's start a little bit kind of behind how you got into sales.
Well, it's interesting because many years ago, I was told, Joe, why you don't get into sales? And I said, nah, I don't want to be one of those, you know what I mean? And I had my opinion about sales was very distortionate, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I went into a real estate school here in Florida, and I went in for real estate, as a matter of fact. And when I noticed there were some people into the timeshare world, and that caught my attention, and all of a sudden I said, I'll sign up for that and give it a shot.
Yeah.
I had a couple of jobs already, so I was looking for how to, come above and progress. Mm-hmm. But sincerely, when I got into it and I started seeing the good salespeople and good training and all that, I became engaged, all of it, all in. I decided this is what I want to do. And I've been in sales, since 1992. 92. I believe it's when
I was 10 years old.
Yeah, well, I remember you when you were small. But that's how I started, and believe it or not, I cannot see myself doing anything else. I love sales, and I love coaching, because there's a lot of people out there that they're in sales for the wrong reasons, or they don't have the right coach or the right information. So, but I love it. I'm a salesman. I mean, there's nothing to it. That's it.
You have to, identify yourselves. And just going back, I just mentioned it, but I've known Joel probably around that long. Because
we met in 89.
89. So we're talking about 34 years almost that we've known each other. I was like 9 years old probably.
That's right.
No, even less. I was 7. I was 7 years old.
Yeah, I remember.
I was 7. I was probably this tall when I met Joel. Right. And obviously we've evolutionized throughout the years, and we've kept the relationship. But I think you've evolutionized greatly. I mean, when we reconnected back probably about 5-6 years ago, we brought you in to train our salespeople, and I think it's been great. So,
awesome.
So the love of sales. When did you figure out? I guess you just kind of told me, but when was that turning point when you said, I got to do this for the rest of my life?
Well, the thing is, in sales, as you know, you can make as much money as you want, right?
Yes.
If you put the effort in,
Yeah.
You want more money, you work harder. And of course, you want to work smarter.
Yeah.
And, I went to college and all that. I didn't finish my college time. And when I hit sales, I loved it because the process, it was a short process at the time, and people were happy with the product. I think that if you believe in the product and you find something that you believe in, it becomes easy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that a lot of people are going to hear this and going to say, oh my God, that is easy, and it's not. But if you master it and you get training, get right mentors, right attitude, it becomes easy with time.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do is, to teach others and coach others to do it in a systematic and take it as a profession.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? So when I noticed that, and of course the pay was good, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, and really that's how it happened. As simple as that. I fall in love with it, and now people ask me, and I go, listen, I'm a salesman.
Yeah.
That's what I do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great.
So you got to be proud and be convinced to be able to convince others.
Yeah.
So I think that once you reach those levels, selling becomes very more natural.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a born salesman. I think there's a made salesman, right?
Yeah.
You want to be good develop your skills in communication and learn about people and all that. And by the way, honesty and integrity.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I think that's a recipe that is good because a lot of people, they get too creative.
Yeah.
But it's a great business. It's nothing to be ashamed about if you're doing it the right way.
No,
You know what I mean?
and I always, was reading, I've always been reading stuff on sales for years, and I think the best salespeople do not succeed in life with manipulations or
Correct.
tricks.
That's correct.
Honesty and integrity.
That's correct.
Honest sale, honest service, and an honest, genuine wanting to help.
I think that people like and love and respect when you are speaking from the heart and speaking the truth.
Yeah.
There's no perfect product. But if you highlight what is good, and the good is better than what is maybe not that good, and they see that you're sincere, people pay attention.
Yeah.
And I think that if they pay attention and they can afford what you're offering, why not? You
Right.
know what I mean? But, a lot of people, they embellish on things. They get too creative because they don't want to develop their skills. They develop their con. You know what I mean? And that's where, unfortunately, the sales field has a reputation.
Yeah.
And it's not because the products they sell, it's because who they are. You know what I mean? If you don't have integrity, there's nothing you can do. You're going to pitch without integrity.
Yeah.
And that hurts the field because it's a great field. This country is run by salespeople.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? There's
You're
good
selling.
ones and there's some bad ones. But sales is what moves the economy. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I love sales. So every time you invite me for your meetings or to do a training, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because I have an opportunity to meet people. And I've done this in a lot of places, Central, South America, the Caribbean. and guess what? We all people looking to be better. And if you have the right tools, there's no reason why you cannot reach your goals. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. How important is service in sales?
Listen, that's how you get referrals.
Yeah.
That's how people want to do more business with you. Because if you're just a one-hit wonder, in other words, you get this one sale, you might feel good about it, but why they're not coming back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you have somebody, by the way, my customers, believe it or not, in the timeshare world, become my friends.
Yeah.
I've been in South and Central America, got lost. I remember in Venezuela, I lost a flight. I called one of my owners. Straight up. I call one of my owners, Joel, you in the airport? I'm going to go pick you up. And when you sell correctly, and again, I'm not perfect in any way, but when you sell them fine and you can look at them in the eyes, and I visited Ecuador and all these places, I used to visit my friends that they were my owners. You know what I mean? So when you can sell more to the same person, and you can call them up and still talk about other things, that means that you're in the right track. When you cannot do that, when you feel that you want to raise their number or block them, then I'm not sure that your integrity, is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody has to sleep well at night. I like to sleep well at night. You know what I mean?
And if you just heard that example, and for me, it's the same thing. I've been doing the real estate world for about 17 years. And before that, Yuri had, and I was, a franchisee, had the cell phone business.
Right, I remember.
And still to this day, I have clients that were friends that became friends. And if whoever is listening in the sales world right now, that's just going to happen because, just like Joel said, the service is there. If they're happy to see you, if they're happy to pick up a phone call, it not only means you've gained a new relationship, and I think relationship is very important in sales, but you've also gained the power of all the referrals in the world that you can get. And
Well, in the timeshare world, for example, you sell people, we all know we're in Florida, we sell people from all over the world, right? All over the place.
Yeah.
That is amazing. You meet somebody from another country, from another state or whatever, and then you visit that state and they tell you, listen, when you are there, give me a call. If you feel you cannot call them, that means that there's something is not right.
Yeah.
So, but when you can call them up and they're happy to hear from you because the product did what you told them they was going to do.
Yeah.
See? So, and that happened to me in many places, and that's why I love, and by the way, I was a timeshare salesman. I am a timeshare salesman still, because I'm a real estate salesman. I had customers here in your company that I told them, don't buy that house.
Yeah.
Now, people might hear that and they say, wait, hold on a second, it's not your position. Well, I will not do to others what I don't want to be done to me. And if I think that there's better opportunities for them, I give them my advice. That's why they hire you professionally. And people like that. You know what I mean? And they appreciate that, and they come to the conclusion that you were right. And now when I show them the next one, they know that it's the right one. So you got to sleep well. You got to but not everybody has those principles. You know what I mean? And I see why people struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, here talking about this in this format is just to a little advice. Look at what you're doing. Look at what you're pitching. Look at how you're doing it. And I'm sure you got the right answers coming back at you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How important is purpose for a salesperson?
Well, what's your motivation? Why you do this, right?
Yes.
Why you do what you do?
Yeah.
Is it the money? Well, not necessarily. Of course, it's what the money does for you, right?
Of course.
And of course, in my case, I tell this story to everybody. I remember when I started my baby daughter. Mm-hmm. I was struggling. I was having 3 jobs. And when I stumbled with sales, she don't want to know why I cannot feed her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to succeed for me and for her. Mm-hmm. So because your motivation is solid, it's not just a car.
Yeah.
A lot of people put a car. Yeah, you have family, you want to succeed. And of course, you want to provide to the best of your ability for those who you love the most. I think that drives you when things are not going well.
Yeah.
The sales is an up and down thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you might have a good month and you might have a terrible month, but that focus, right, that motivation, that vision, that mission, all of that, I know that it sounds cliche, right? It was your vision, but it works.
Yeah.
It works. My daughter, how can I tell her that I did all I can do if I didn't do all I can do?
Right.
So that was a motivation for me. You need to have your goals written. Right, you got to do it. And by the way, I fail at the beginning of the year, right? Because I try to write them and they go, I do it later. That's my human side. But then I go, I got to get back to it. So sometimes you got to force yourself, but you have to know where you're going so you can get there. Imagine if I tell you you're in Florida, go to Canada.
Yeah.
And I don't give you a map. You don't have no GPS, no nothing.
Right.
You're going to get to Canada, but might not be the right place that you want to stay. So you need that roadmap to keep you focused, to keep you know what I mean? You might have made a wrong turn. That's why your car has reverse.
Right.
Right? Just turn around and do it, the right thing. But you're right. It's about focusing and having goals and mentors that help you out. People that done it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that helps out a lot.
Purpose and motivation is very important, and we preach that, and I'm glad you said it because I didn't have to say it because this is really the technique or the concept of why people do this. The money is always going to be there, right?
It's going to be there.
It's going to be there. But what's the motivation? What is that money going to do for you?
That's
Because I always tell, money's not everything. The love of money is what's wrong.
Exactly.
But money's a tool to get you to the next level. Is it the financial freedom?
Well, try to give a big offering at church with an empty pocket.
Right. Exactly.
Try to help somebody that you want to help, right? Because we would like to save the world.
Yeah.
Well, we have to save our butts first, and then we can, with an empty pocket, it's difficult to do. You know what I mean? So yes, we get compensated by doing the right stuff, to deliver the right product to the right people.
Right.
We get compensated.
Yeah.
And of course, that you do what you want to do, your goals, whatever it is. And by the way, if it's a car, it's a car. Right. But the key is that you have to have something that you aim for.
Yeah.
That keeps you going. It pulls you when you get tired,
motivation.
right? Because I get tired, believe it or not, we all get tired.
And each person has a different road in life.
That's right.
You got people who are single, people who have families, people who are already late in life are starting in sales, and
there's no bad plan.
No bad plan.
It's when you don't have a plan.
When you don't have a plan.
You know what I mean? There's no bad plan.
No, this is amazing. I know we got to wrap up here shortly, but I wanted to see, obviously, whoever is in sales. Normally, I would say 80% of people who are in sales are 1099s.
Correct.
Commission only, meaning you've left that 9 to 5 hourly pay, and now you're commission or that salary, you're commission only. Meaning, just like you said in the beginning of the podcast, you're writing your own checks. Sky's not even the limit because you can even farther than that.
Correct.
So, what is that one single advice to those 1099s who are either starting or the ones that have been in it but haven't been as successful as they wanted to? What's that one single advice that you can give those 1099?
Well, I think first of all, we need to recognize. I believe we need to recognize our strength and our weaknesses, right? Okay. Not everybody can be in sales.
No.
You got to have the thick skin.
Yep.
Hold on to it. Believe in yourself. But believing in yourself without education, without training, without practice, it's like trying to get a result that ain't going to be there.
Yep.
So you're lying to yourself.
Yep.
So once you get the right training and all that, you're betting on you.
Yeah.
So you have to have thick skin. You might go 0 for 10, and then all of a sudden sell 4 in a row.
Yep, it's
right?
the truth.
Now, in addition to that, you need to be a good administrator, right? Because the problem is, this is a problem in sales. You did 4 in a row and you spend it in one shot. So when you go 0 for 10,
For real.
so you have to administrate. So
Yeah.
it's a
Steward.
But I think that if you find, and I say this phrase a lot, if you find somebody who has what you want, and you do what they do, you're going to get what they have. And that's not jealousy. That's following a plan, a successful plan already that was executed. Another thing in sales is, sometimes we listen to the wrong people. So we have all the talent in the world, but we have listening to the wrong people. So all of that affects your decision making, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you're not hitting, you're not getting paid. So now you go to a 9 to 5 job that you're gonna hate anyways.
Yep,
Because
absolutely.
your first instinct is your best instinct.
Yep.
You should be in sales.
Yep.
But you're not disciplined enough. You're not following the right program. So now you're 9 to 5, and now your dreams, you gotta negotiate on your dreams.
Yeah.
Right? By the way, I'm going to tell you this story. I haven't
Yeah.
told this story in a long time.
Go
My
for it.
mother used to work for X-Lax. That laxative
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Puerto
Yeah.
Rico. And in the summer, they gave me an opportunity to work as a son of her, right? They let me work a couple of weeks in the summer.
Okay.
And I saw what she was doing there in this labor-intensive, place. She was putting the pills in the box. And I was thinking, wow, I don't want to do that.
No.
I saw her working hard. I learned that from my mom, working hard. But my dreams were bigger than her income.
Right.
See, my dreams, what I wanted to accomplish was bigger.
Yeah.
So I knew then, and I was 15 years old when I saw her doing that. And I said, I don't want to do that. So I knew that I wanted to do something that I'm going to get compensated based on my efforts.
Yep.
So that's how it starts. That's why kids put a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Right? Because they want to sell 20 lemonades, they want to get paid, right?
Yeah.
So once you get to 1099, you're taking a leap of faith, but you have to be honest with yourself, train, coach, right? So that way you maximize that opportunity and then manage your money.
Yeah.
But you earn whatever you want. You eat what you kill.
Yeah.
You follow me? So if that's not music to your ears, maybe you need to go to the 9 to 5, which is more
salary.
secure. But
Yeah.
then, don't dream about that boat.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Beamer. Right?
Exactly.
And nothing wrong by not having it.
Yeah.
But there's some place for everybody. You know what I mean?
It's
Not
what you
everybody can
feel
be a
deep
salesman.
Inside.
There you go.
Absolutely, deep inside.
Be honest with yourself.
We have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then some final words here. One of the things that obviously this is called the 200% Life podcast. That's my brand for the longest
I know,
time.
I know.
Okay. What does that mean to you? 200%.
Well, listen, I understand that the point, right? You want to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
But give it all you got.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Don't leave anything in the tank. Now, the problem is, again, going back to the same thing, what are you giving? Evaluate what you're giving,
Yeah.
right? Because if you only have 6, you cannot give 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So educate yourself so you can give more. So give it all you got. Go home exhausted,
Yep.
right? You got to take a nap. You say, you know what? I didn't get my sale, but I know I did everything possible. If you still think that you didn't do everything, that you can sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what when I see you're 200% in everything you do. If you're gonna play hard,
Yeah.
right? If not, don't play,
Exactly.
right? And top salespeople,
Yeah.
they play hard.
You have to.
Right? So that when I see the 200%, it's telling me, listen, what you have.
Yeah.
I see it different. I say, what do I have? Do I got enough to give 200%?
Right.
See, that's
No,
the
that's
part.
good, yeah.
Right? Do I have it? So if I don't, I need to read a book. I need to
Yeah.
find out why I'm not succeeding. See, now if I had 60, now I'm doing 80.
Yeah.
Then 90. Now I did 100. Okay, 105, 110, 200%. I went above and beyond. And you feel good, even
feel
if
good.
you don't get the result at the moment, because you're going to get it. It's a matter
Yeah.
of time.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you being here with us today, sharing obviously some nuggets, some gems. Hopefully somebody in this world, because we're reaching the masses here all over the world.
And very quick,
Yeah.
believe in yourself, right?
Believe in yourself.
You got to believe in yourself. You got to have faith, right? Well, whoever you believe in, right? Whatever power you call it, but you have to have that also that
Yeah.
pushes you all the time, because you have the ability. It's
Yeah.
just that we don't dig deep
Yeah.
to execute,
Yeah.
right? God wants you to be successful,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes we sabotage your success.
Yeah.
We don't believe, we think we can. And that conversation is not healthy. You have to change your conversation and move forward.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Belief in
appreciate you
yourself.
inviting me.
Absolutely. Confidence in yourself.
Definitely,
is exploding.
100%.
And how can people find you online? How can you find you
Well,
online?
Pinero Joel, right? I have a sales coach, Pinero Joel.
Beautiful.
At Gmail. I have a little YouTube, a couple of videos there that I like to share. I got a little podcast that once in a while I need to get back on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But and YouTube is the one because you can see me in action a little bit. As a matter of fact, I got to return some messages. But listen, there's a lot of great coaches out there. Find out the right coach, learn, and if you hear something that doesn't make sense, put it to the side and keep moving. You know what I mean? Keep moving. That's all it is. God bless everybody.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was definitely a pleasure. Keep on following us, 200% Life Podcast. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and also share everywhere in the platforms. Thank you so much, Joel.
Thank you,
and
man.
we'll see you next
Appreciate
one.
it, man.
Absolutely.
All right.
Take care. Leave you with that. 200%.